Good afternoon. That's a that's a good one. So basically, there's been a community of flag football players in Lagos since 2017, and I mean, it grew into it grew from a community into a league, right? And we now saw. The chairman Aziz Amida now saw that we could do a bit more with what we have, with the community we have, and use it as a tool to grow the sport and also help grow athletes, right? So that was the thought behind creating Showtime Flag. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna say that currently we're the largest co-ed flag football league in the world, maybe even like the largest co-ed league, period, right? And we key in more on equity in the league because, like you said, we have both male and female playing together. So we had to find a way where the females playing in the league don't feel like they're substandard to the male players. So we kind of tweaked some rules, bent some rules to make sure that seeing men and women on the field, you won't even notice it, right? And because of the enthusiasm that most of these ladies bring to the league, and for the fact that they know they're ladies and they have a lot to prove because they're playing with guys, right? Aside from the rule changes, the rule tweaks and stuff, they also want to play, right? So we really hit more on that equity part of the game than even equality. Career diversity, that means so in the league right now, the age demographics we have between the ages of 17. I think the oldest in the league will be about 45, right? So with that, you know that there's some students, and then there's a few industry professionals as well. So I was also a player at some point, and from my own standpoint, mixing sport with with schooling and work is not so easy, right? But if you have the passion for the sport, you will find a way, right? So I cannot exactly, go into other people's shoes to say this is how they are doing it. But for me at the time, I just knew definitely I wanted to do the sport, right? So I had to just find ways to put myself in that scenario, even when you weren't getting paid, but because of the love of the sport, you just want to be a part of it. So I'm pretty sure people they try so much to just balance the work sport part of it. That's a really good one because, like I said, the brain behind the whole Showtime, right? That's Aziz Amida and myself. We talked a couple times, and the vision for Showtime is to, aside from the sports part of it, is to change lives, right? So for Showtime, right now, I can tell you that we have about 30 working directly with the league, but outsourcing and all of that, the league, I'm pretty sure the league has connected with at least about 100 or even going to 200 people job wise, right? Maybe people that will come here to come say, oh, they want to be vendors, or people that clean up the place for us, or cameramen, or all those people. So for me, Showtime is kind of like a key to open the floodgates for socioeconomic development, basically. Mm. So my vision for I don't really have. I do have a vision for flag football, but I have a vision for American football in general, right? Because this is the most inclusive sport in the world, right? And we've created a dynamics for the sport in flag that made us say, okay, you know what? Let's go both male and female. That is, have it co-ed, right? So my vision for the sport in Nigeria would be first that it takes athletes out of depression, even poverty, right? Because you can use this sport as a way to say you have a job, which is why we created platforms like Showtime Pro, where we want to train athletes as professional athletes for flag football so that they can make bread, which is money, and put in their pocket from the sport, right? Because growing up, I played basketball. I played a couple of sports, right? And I played basketball. And the vision that I know that most athletes have growing up in Nigeria is, oh, like I make, let me be good enough to jackpot, right? So we want to create like a scenario, we want to create a scenario where these guys growing up playing sport, especially flag football in Nigeria, don't think of a reason to jackpot because they already know they can do it here and they can make money here too. Whew, my baby. Okay, so I think we have about a 60-40, yeah, I think about a 60-40 dynamics for playing, right? So we play a 7-on-7 flag football type thing, and we have on the field, we have four males and three females, right? So you can see that's a bit, equal, right? And then going into this new season that we're going into now, we want to make sure that we show a bit more of the feminine side of the league, right, to people, right? That's not exactly cutting away the men and stuff, yeah, the masculinity of it, but to really show that ladies can play this, right? And looking to 2028 for the Olympics, there's going to be male category, there's going to be female category. So we want to be able to punch that line right now to say we know for sure that come 2028, whoever it is fielding for Nigeria on the female team is going to most likely be like these people are playing against dudes, basically. Uh, First off, we have a few programs that are planned out, but right now we just launched Showtime Pro, which is the Showtime Professional Athletes Program, where, like I said, we train these athletes, both male and female. We train them to a point where we're sure with our eyes closed we can take them anywhere in the world and they will perform, right? And to be honest, since 2017 that there's been the community of football players in Lagos, there's not really been, because for the sport of American football, the QB position is very key, right? The QB is kind of like who starts the game. So this year, we want to be able to start a QB clinic for both male and female, but we're going to definitely hit the line with the females more because we know that there's a lot of work to do with these ladies as opposed to the men, right? Not taking anything away from the men and stuff. We know definitely we need to just teach the sport if we're going to teach the sport. But we know that for these ladies to be able to perform on the same platform, on a level platform with the guys, we need to put even more with them. So yeah, that's what we're going to do this year. That's just a few of what we're going to do. But hey, we're coming. Showtime.